Well, hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Appreciate it. We have a fairly short agenda today, but I want to let everybody know, if you have questions, comments, things like that, just raise your hand, or if you want to put something in the chat, you can do that as well. So today we're just going to talk about, Alan will give a little bit of an OSHA update as far as penalties and things like that. I think maybe he had some other things to talk about. We'll talk about things that we're doing a little bit differently for scheduling, and then I want to review or revisit the last the tour that we had at the MKC facility down in Mound Ridge. That was a pretty good deal. And then we'll talk again about the Safety and Health Conference. So, Alan, if you are ready, I'll let you take it over for just a little bit.
Okay, thanks, Shelley. For those who don't know, recently we did get notification that that OSHA is increasing penalties, of course, for next year. Let's see. Hopefully everybody can see that. This is the new Table 1 that they have just come out with. And as you can see, it is minimum serious violation is going to $12.21 per violation. Maximum's going to $16,550 per violation. And then, of course, there's some stipulations on their penalty phase of what they're putting together. So other than serious, 0, willful or repeated is going up to $11,823 per violation. So again, with everything else, we kind of expected to see an increase in penalties, and so that's definitely what we're going to be seeing going into 2025. Just kind of, if you've heard some rumors, rumblings out of DC this week, none of that has affected us in any way. We are continuing business as usual. I know OSHA's definitely been on a belt tightening. That this has been going on for years, though, and nothing's really changed that we've been made aware of yet. So, as far as we know, they're going to continue business as usual as well. So. Again, that we know of right now, there's really been no changes coming out of the OSHA office, either in Wichita or out of Kansas City. So, so we're just kind of going with that expectation and as well. So that's kind of where we think we're at with OSHA at the moment. So, we are going to start pushing out some letters here, hitting some of our sharp companies for sponsorship for the Safety and Health Conference coming up in October. We've known in the past that some people have always said, "Hey, yeah, we would have liked to have donated, but we didn't know anything about it." So we're getting our information out to everybody. We're getting a hold of our sharp companies, as well as a bunch of our other outside entities that we work with on a pretty frequent basis. We would really like to do up this year's conference, with it being the 75th anniversary. And really bringing in some really good keynote speakers and those types of things. So, that's kind of what we're planning on doing with that. So, um, with that, I think that's about all I have, Shelley. So I will turn it back over to you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate all the updates on that. And we will again talk about the short, or I'm sorry, the conference here in a little bit too. So the next thing I wanted to share with everybody is some of you, not very many of you yet, but some of you have gotten an email scheduling our next Sharp renewal visits. We've talked about this a little bit in the past. We're kind of doing a tag team type thing with our Sharp renewals nowadays. And one of the things that we found that has become extremely helpful for me and for all of us is we brought Tammy Adams in from our office to schedule those Sharp renewals. Tammy, can you like turn your camera on and just wave and say hi to everybody? There she is.
Oh.
Well, that was quick.
Is it working? Hey, everyone.
Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. Tammy is like I said, she has taken on the role of just sending you guys emails. So if you get something from her and you're not sure what that's all about, like I said, she is taking charge of doing that. Has helped me out tremendously. So we're still trying to get them scheduled 2, 3, maybe even sometimes 4 months out to get them on the calendar for all of our consultants so that we're able to make those arrangements. So if you're getting close to renewal time and you haven't heard, let me know, or maybe check your, you never know, it might be going to spam or something like that if it doesn't recognize who that's coming from. I don't think that's an issue, but if it is, let me know. So that's kind of how we're doing these scheduling nowadays. I believe Tammy will get with you and schedule a date and then let you know that the consultants will be, the consultants that are assigned to your facility will be contacting you so that you can, from there, just start working with them. So as far as, working with the consultants to set it up or whatever, that part hasn't changed. If something comes up, you've got something scheduled for March 1st and something's kind of comes up at the last minute, just get with the consultant and see if you need to reschedule that or whatever it is that you need to do for that. So just wanted to touch base on that with you guys in case you were wondering who that person is. It's Tammy. So the next thing I wanted to talk a little bit about, we had so you remember, about a year ago, we did this the first time, and Stan Eads at Repco hosted a Sharp meeting, and I apologize, I don't remember when that was, but it was the first one, and several of you had gone to the facility. That was something that you guys just kind of did together, and you decided to go ahead and have that meeting there, and then Stan provided a tour of the facility. And those types of things. And then it took a few months, but later on, Jeff Eubanks with Mid-Kansas Co-op offered to have the meeting at MKC's training facility there in Mound Ridge. And that was a really good meeting, I thought, as well. We didn't have a lot of turnout, but it was very good to see everybody there and just watching you guys just engage with each other. I think it's just so valuable. I know it's hard to have a good spot where everybody can get there, but I think everybody that was there thought it was a good meeting, and they enjoyed that. So now I'm going to hit you guys up. I would like for somebody to volunteer to do the next one. You don't have to have a big facility, a big tour or anything like that. But if anybody wants to volunteer to do that, if nobody wants to actually raise their hand and do it right now, that's okay. But it would be great if you would maybe email me after we get done, or, if you want to talk about it right now, we can do that as well. I don't have anybody in particular in mind for that. Um, does anybody, I don't know I don't know if you guys are able to comment. Jessica, if somebody has a comment, can we get them on there?
Yeah, and in fact, I believe you can even unmute yourself without me having to, but if you have a comment or you just want to raise your hand, I can also just make sure that, so either one, but yeah, the chat works.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Shelley.
Hi.
Hey, this is Jennifer.
Yeah.
It would take a little bit of an act of Congress possibly, but I would be interested. I just have to talk to my facility manager. And then in order for people to come underground, we would have to have a full list of everyone. And they'd have to go through security clearance with their driver's licenses when they come under. But if that's something people would be interested in, I can check into that and see if we'd be willing to do that.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would definitely be there on that one. I love that place. Jennifer is at Underground Vaults and Storage there in Hutchinson, if anybody doesn't know that. And so, Jennifer, thank you for volunteering that. How about sometime, it doesn't necessarily have to be right away, but how about sometime like after this meeting, maybe you and I can get together and then we can kind of push something out and see if everybody would be, well, set a date, those types of things. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll check with my manager as soon as we're off and kind of get that ball rolling, and go and talk to you after and go from there.
Perfect. That's great. Thank you so much.
We have a question in the comments now too. Do you want me to read it to you?
Please.
It says, how much does the location of the event prevent others from attending?
I'm not sure I understand
like, I think the question would be, if you do it in person, are we still going to maybe host it on Teams?
Oh, I see. Yeah, we will still continue to do these quarterly Teams meetings. In my mind, the other meetings are kind of a plus, a bonus, an add-on, if you will, just for everybody to get together. Again, networking, things like that. That's kind of where I envision this anyway.
Hey, and Shelley,
Yes.
this is Stan.
Yes, Stan.
I typed that question in there just because what I was really focusing on was by each of the events so far has been scheduled in central Kansas.
Correct.
So how is that affecting Sharp's members that might be closer to the different borders? And it requires maybe over a 2-hour drive to attend the event and then a 2-hour drive home. I remember that being a comment when we did some of the initials on people saying, well, we would like to come, but I don't want to spend an entire day on the road to come to see a facility or something. So
yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying, Stan, and I know that does have a lot to do with it. I think, I guess it depends on the person. I'm sorry, I was just looking at another comment that was being made. Carrie Wagner at Amber Wave says it really just depends on the weather. They are close to Nebraska, but they're willing to travel, and I know that they drove down to Mound Ridge for that last one. It's, and these are absolutely not mandatory by any stretch of the imagination. And I think, I guess the goal here is just to get you guys to get together if you want to get together and just do something a little bit different. I know that Stan, the meeting that you guys had at Repco, I think you talked about some behavioral things. And then when we did the one down at Mound Ridge, we covered, several different topics. I mean, that one was, in my opinion, that one was really good. They have a training facility down there that basically simulates everything that goes on in a grain elevator. And I know that some of the people, haven't really been exposed to any of that. So that was a really nice, unique opportunity for everyone. And if Jennifer, if we get this one scheduled down at Underground Vaults, which is in Hutchinson, that's another just a unique opportunity to see some different things and see how things work. So yeah, I believe that we can do this. It just depends. It depends on you guys. It depends on if you're able. I know everybody is really, really busy, and I don't know that there is anything that we can necessarily actually do to make it better. We can't move people's facilities. So, but anyway, is anybody else have any other questions or comments on that? Does anybody else, we don't have to do just the one at Underground Vaults. We can do as many as you guys want to do for that matter. So any other thoughts on any of that? Okay. Well, Jennifer, let's get together on that, and then we'll see what we can make happen for that one. Okay, so moving on now. I know Alan had mentioned the Safety and Health Conference. These letters that are going to go out for sponsorship. The other thing that I wanted to talk about today, and I know I'm asking a lot of you guys today. I want you to give, but we're thinking about putting a Sharp booth at the Safety and Health Conference. We can get a booth set up that's just showcases Sharp. It would be probably set up next to our KDOL ish booth. So if we do that, I need volunteers to man the booth. And I don't know what that looks like today. Is that maybe 2 people in 2-hour shifts, 2 people in 4-hour shifts? Is it 3 people? Is it 1 person? I don't know really exactly what that would mean. Sorry, Chuck, I just saw that you have a comment in there. Let me see if I can.
I think he actually just rose his hand, possibly to volunteer.
Okay, Chuck, is that the case?
Let
No,
me.
I didn't. If I did it by accident. I didn't see it. No.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you have your hand raised. You can put
I
it down
do?
if you would like. Yeah.
Chuck,
I don't even know how I did it.
Yes.
How did I raise my hand?
Chuck,
Okay.
Chuck, stop. This is a different Chuck. It's Chuck.
Oh,
Hicks.
sorry.
That's okay.
I was like, I was just sitting here. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, I just raised my hand.
Are you volunteering then?
Yes.
Okay. What are you volunteering for? The booth or
To man the booth. The booth.
Okay. Okay.
I'm working on the other one.
Okay. These meetings are fun. You can't. It's kind of hard to. Okay.
I
Sorry.
think you got a Diane as well that said, I would be willing to help. I assume at the booth.
Awesome. Okay. So I am. I don't know that we can get. I don't know if I can take enough notes for all this. If everybody's going to volunteer right away. So let's start an email string on this. I mean, while we're doing this, yes, please go ahead and raise your hand, volunteer, whatever you would like to do. That's great. Diane, I've got Diane and Chuck so far. Who else do we have? Anybody? Okay, that's all right. It's a long ways out, and I get that. Awesome, Blake. Thank you so much. Perfect. Who was that one? Okay, that was Stan. Okay. So we're getting there. This is great. What I want also along those lines with that booth, I don't know. I'm going to talk to our communications people and see if we can put together something like, I don't know if this will be, sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Like interviews with some of you, like maybe our comms people can can call you and maybe interview you over the phone, or if you're close enough, maybe we could, get a little snippet on film, or maybe we can do that through Teams. I don't know, but I would like to see in our Sharp booth just having, these blurbs promoting Sharp. We've been in Sharp for 20 years and it's great. It's a great experience and all that. Something that people that stop by the booth at the conference can look at and visualize and see it visually and say, wow, that's a pretty good deal. So I'm making myself a note to get with comms and see maybe if we could put something like that together. And I'm open to any other ideas you guys might have too. I know a lot of people are much more creative and talented than I am. So, that would be great to get some people in there, get some ideas and that sort of thing. We've talked in the past about this is our 75th anniversary. It's a big deal. We want it to be a big deal, and getting a lot of the Sharp participants back, doing things, participating in the conference itself. I think that's really a great thing, and that's what I would like to see. We have until I don't know, late September, whenever that is. We have a little October. We have time to get that put together. So I wanted to get this rolling. What I'll do is I'll send an email out to everybody and kind of recap what we've talked about, and then just in case, I think you all have each other's email, but this way you'll definitely have it again if you didn't before. And so we can maybe put this together and see where we go from there. So honestly, that's really all I had on the agenda today, but I'm more than happy to open it up to questions, comments. Is there anything that's on anybody's mind that you want to talk about? Now would be a really good time to do that. So, anybody at all? Guess not. Okay. Well, I don't have anything else, guys. So if you think of something, if something comes up, please feel free to give me a call, shoot me an email. And I'll work on putting this other thing together. Jennifer, I will get with you on your part of it there. And I think that's it for now. So I appreciate y'all's time very much, and we'll do this again soon. So thank you again. Have a good rest of the day.
Thanks, Shelley.
You bet.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss Shelley.
Bye, Miss Dina.